Hey gang, it's your boy Slater. It's your daily content review in 2 minutes and 20 seconds or less. And we have officially the Road to the Final promo is live. Now, granted, will we be able to get into the menus? That's always left to be in question. We do, okay. Showcasing Salah, Griezmann. We have a themed objective, an Akunde, and a mountain SBC, which is great. Here's the full team. All Black, Salah, Griezmann, Rashford, Zakaria, Perisic, Davies, Tyson, Klosterman, Murray, Allen, Sanson. If you remember, I said Davies, Klosterman, and Martial, and it was just Rashford. Your boy, kind of a genius. I don't need links. I don't need leaks. You think I need leaks to guess this stuff, man? But really, really solid team. I actually like it a lot. We have a Road to the Final Kunde. This is very indicative of two cards that I remember last year. Diego Carlos's Road to the Final from the Europa League, and was it Konate, I believe, from Leipzig. This card could be great. This is a must-complete card. With the way that French players are given special cards in this game, you've got to get this card. This is a must-grind for everybody. You have to grind this card. It's as simple as that. Go get them. Shouldn't even think twice about it. Really, really good content there from EA. That's a great card to give people that is linkable and has long-term usability and that you can get for free. Phenomenal. We have a Mason Mount that came out as well. Two teams, an 83 overall and an 85 overall. It's a little bit pricey for Mason Mount. He looks decent. 3-star, 4-star. I don't know about that card. I'd have to look more into that. Doesn't look too great. We have an Orzabal who is 3-star, 3-star. Okay stats on the face. Only one team to complete. He's an 88, I think, 88 overall card. That's better value long-term than Mason Mount, in my opinion, unless Chelsea have a heck of a run. And what else do we have? I still have marquee matches due from yesterday. That's it. So let's do this really quick. Let's go over and check out. You know what? We're going to skip the 2 minutes and 20 seconds or less. We're just going to do a full review. Let's do a full review of this thing really quick. Let me go to the actual team itself. Let's go to this. So let's break this down a little bit. We have Oblak, Salah, Gracie Griezmann, Rashford, Tyson, Perisic, Zakaria, Davies, Klosterman, Murray, Allen, Sanson. Right? First and foremost, what I'm seeing, there's obviously the big boys that are in this team. Mo Salah, again, gets another dynamic special that'll be usable all year long. Liverpool look phenomenal. Again, doesn't matter what you do to that team. They just keep getting back up. They really do. They're really something special. That card will probably be phenomenal and way higher than a 91 when this thing's all said and done. Greasy Grease is really good in game. Once again, he has that sticky quality that is so valuable that kind of came into play last year more than ever, and it is still here. You see guys like Neymar and Mbappe who can literally just run in a straight line, and you can tackle it 4 different times, but they're going to keep the ball. And Griezmann could trend that way. I think Barca have actually a legitimate chance to make it far in the Champions League. I actually like the way that they're playing. I think that team is built very uniquely. They have good talent. They're young, but it seems like based on the performances I've seen, they seem to play for Ronald. What is it? Koeman? I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. I know I got absolutely thrashed for that last year when we packed him. But I think that could be a long-term card. Rashford, I think, is interesting. I would imagine that this card has, they've done okay in the Champions League, right? They even though they just lost that recent match, they did beat PSG, so there's a chance that they can make it out of the group. Even if they don't, Marcus Rashford's so good in game that even 1 or 2 iterations of this card could have very incredible long-term use in the game. Zakaria, amazing CDM. That card doesn't even need an upgrade to be usable for a long time. And once again, with the number of Bundesliga cards in this game, you have so many options. You have so many options to create a Bundesliga or even a Serie A team, which leads us to Ivan Perisic. Perisic, a great card in game. Right, if I recall correctly, he's 5-star, 4-star, maybe even 5-star, 5-star. I can't remember from last year. Really good card. If you think about even just Inter alone, you could think of Raja Nainggolan, Lautaro Martinez, for example. Lukaku just got a special card, right? And then you also think of the Serie A in general. Dries Mertens has a special card that looks tremendous. There's someone else that I just had on the tip of my tongue. Regardless, there's a lot of great Serie A value in this game. The same with the Bundesliga. That maybe isn't valued the same way that the Prem is, just because it's not the Prem. So that's another great card to lean into. Tyson is an incredibly linkable card. Once again, think about the Brazilian team you could put together, right? Talisca, Paulinho, Teixeira, Tyson, and I'm sure there's 20 other people that I haven't thought of that have already gotten specials. There's already been a decent amount of special cards in this game. And Brazilians and French players. I mean, that's just the recipe. If you start pivoting your team to have those cards, you're going to have an opportunity to have so many more special cards that can immediately slot into your team consistently throughout the year. It's as simple as that, man. EA just love those two nations. And it makes sense because they're all over the world in terms of different leagues, and there's a lot of really good talent that is culminated in those two nations. So, makes sense. Alphonso Davies, what a card. Bayern, I look at this and I think Bayern are still insane. There's no reason to believe that Bayern couldn't win the Champions League again. And if you get that Alphonso Davies card, the sky's the limit as to where that thing could end up. Think of Kingsley Coman's card, right? Think of Kingsley Coman, who had a card that no one was using, and then all of a sudden, everybody kind of woke up and was like, wow, what is that card? Right? I mean, even Goretzka, who had a great card. There was a point in time where Goretzka's, I think, had a road to the final last year where that card was on a different planet of good, right? And this Davies could be there. This could be the type of card that already with that upgrade is endgame usable potentially. I really do believe that. His stats look phenomenal in the face. And as he continues to get upgrades, the amount of links you're going to have between Leroy Sané, Serge Gnabry, Lewandowski specials, I will even dare to say Tommy Muller, Leon Goretzka. That team is stacked at the brim. Douglas Costa already has a special that links right to this card. The opportunities to link a Bayern card like Davies, regardless of the fact that he has a Canadian, Canadian flag as his nation, right? Regardless of the fact that he's Canadian, his links are insane. That is arguably the best card from this group. I think you can honestly make that statement because Rashford is great. He will be long-term. Salah is obviously phenomenal. Long-term use Griezmann. I do think there's a scenario where that Davies, you get that Davies and you never need another left back for the rest of the year. And that's a pretty unbelievable ability to have to say that, hey, look, I have 7 months of this game where this guy's in my starting lineup and I don't have to worry about it, which is great. Klosterman looks phenomenal. I've used his base card. He's great. He looks ridiculous here. He gets a very small pace boost of 2, but he doesn't really need that. The card just looks phenomenal. Once again, Bundesliga links are just ridiculous. There's so many options in the Bundesliga. Muriel, obviously, maybe on the lower tier of this team. It is team 1, by the way, right? So there's going to be a new team next week on Friday. Maybe he's the lower tier of the team, which is fine, but still a usable card. And honestly, the way that Luis Muriel and Atalanta specifically play, with their ability to score goals, they may have gotten absolutely demolished by Liverpool, but that team is not a team that I foresee being bounced out of the group stage by any means. They are good, and they can attack, and they can play fun and fast football. Will he get a bunch of upgrades? Probably not. But that card already on its face has decent usability at this point in the game. And then we have Sansone, who gets a special like all the time. This guy, I don't know what it is about this Sansone card. He's like the user-generated EA version of like, who's like a guy we can put at the bottom tier of a promo that we can throw out there. I can't remember. He had an 84 or something last year. What was that promo? I can't remember what it was. I feel like he's just around all the time. And when you look at the card, it looks okay, but I don't see anything special there. Nothing to waste your time about. I do want to go ahead and go back here while we are chatting it up a little bit and doing kind of a full content review for this promo. And I do want to go back and take a look at this. This, once again, man, we've got to give credit. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anything else. Okay. We've got to give credit to EA. We got to give credit to EA. As much as they've messed up the Rivals thing, as much as they've messed up, what's it called? The Rivals and thing has been an absolute nightmare. Oh, the untradeable SBCs that we've already seen leaked at the Copa Libertadores, which they took away, and then, that's already been a disaster. As much as they've done that stuff, with the MLS Foundation thing, with the silver player thing that they've done, right? You can get silver informs all the time. They've brought silver informs back into the game, which gives long-term usability and profitability to the bronze pack method, silver pack upgrade, right? Stuff like that. They've done some really good stuff. And this is phenomenal, man. This card, giving this card for free to your community is a huge dub. So let's run through what we have to do here. So score 4 finesse goals using La Liga players in live foot friendly, Road to the Final Classic, with at least 8 La Liga players in your starting squad. And you get a gold pack for that. Assist 5 goals using La Liga defenders. Easy, right? Especially because half of you guys literally have a backline that is Mendy, Militao, Varane, and plug in Jesus Navas or something. Everybody has the backline. It looks like that. So this should be pretty straightforward. You could literally take Mendy, move him into the midfield, play him at cam like Nepentha has said, and just easily accomplish that goal. Assist in 15 separate matches using La Liga players and live foot friendly, and I think that is 100% reasonable. Still, is it a lot of gameplay? Yes, but that card is. Look at, especially considering we know how Sevilla does in European football. Watch out with that card, man. This is a card that is a must get. Score 12 goals using La Liga players and a live foot friendly, Road to the Final Classic. That's simple. And then win 10 matches. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to accomplish the scoring in Spain, launching forward and swift score pretty quickly. Maybe the defender thing might take you a second, but those will be organically done. And then it's going to come down to, okay, I got to get my 10 matches in that I have to win, and can I hopefully accomplish that in 15 games, right? You're trying to do this in 15 games. And it might take 17, 18, whatever it does. And that might feel like a lot for one card, but it isn't. It isn't. This is a phenomenal gift from EA to give to their community, especially for someone like me on a first owner RTG. I think from what I've gathered too, for the most part, a lot of you guys like first owner stuff the same way that I do. You may not be as psychotic that you're literally making every single player you play with first owner, because I'm a lunatic, but I think you guys are like, oh, you know what? I kind of like doing that too. In a way, I like having players that are first owner. That is a huge dub, man. That is a massive dub. I think that deserves a ton of credit. And it's once again interesting that they've kind of moved everything to these live foot friendlies, but you know what? I don't mind it. I really don't mind it for this particular example. I think that's a tremendous card. And now that we're kind of here and we have a little bit of time, because I was originally going to do a 2 minutes, 20 seconds or less, but you know what? We've got a new promo. I think every time a new promo comes out, we just got to assume that it's going to be a YouTube vid, because there's just too much stuff to go through. I do want to go circle back to this card, and I want to know why he's as expensive as he is. He has 84 acceleration, 76 sprint speed. I mean, this is a middle-of-the-road card. This is a very bang average card. It really is. I mean, this is there's probably some guy in League One that has an inform that we don't even talk about that has a card that looks exactly like this. Honestly, there probably is. Yeah, I don't. Jumbo Gold Pack 83 Team of the Week 85. Fodder's low. Fodder's low. If you have a Prem team, or if you're a Chelsea fan or whatever it is, I guess that I can understand that this would make sense. And Chelsea could, I guess, have some, could make a run in the Champions League, and that card, that could be one of those cards that we look at like a Papu Gomez at one point last year. Where it's like, oh, that card's irrelevant because Atalanta will never make it out. Maybe Chelsea make an incredible run, and months from now, that Mason Mount is like an 88. And he looks nasty. I don't know. But I don't think that's worth it. I think that's a very underwhelming card. It really is. It almost at this point in the game already needs a boost. Is that crazy to say? I almost feel like it already needs a boost to be usable, considering how incredible teams are already at this point in the game. Let alone waiting through the Champions League results to get the boost. So I don't like that. I think this is really good value. You know, I think if you're someone who's completed Ansu Fati or Inaki Williams, and I know that there's a lot of, if you have Llorente's rule breaker card, whatever it is, I mean, a lot of people run La Liga sides. He doesn't look terrible. 3-star is not great. I mean, we'll be really candid about that. That's not great. But he looks 10 times better than Mason Mount. I mean, he does. He's got better pace, a billion times better shooting, better passing from what I can tell and remember, and way better dribbling, better stamina, outside the foot shot trait, which is great for the 3-star weak foot to kind of combat that. And he's only an 85 overall team. I'm not saying that I'm going to do this. I don't think that it's something that makes sense for me. But when you compare the value of Mason Mount versus Mikel Orzabal, it seems like it's a pretty straightforward thing that I would go with this Orzabal card, honestly, moving forward. So really, really solid content from EA today. I think the big thing to note is that, one, we once again have a very cool road to the final, or a promo team that utilizes unique cards, right? Cards that maybe we wouldn't always guess. There's the headliners in there for sure. And then there's some guys that you were like, I wouldn't have thought that Zakaria would be in a promo. I wouldn't have thought that, I might have guessed it, but I wouldn't have really thought that Klosterman would be in a promo. I wouldn't have thought that Tyson would be in a promo. And I like that. I think that's super cool. And the big one, I think, is that Koundé card. I think that is such a community-friendly thing to put into the game. So GGCA, I think they did a tremendous job with this potential thing. Now, granted, no one's ever going to pack any of these cards because the pack weight is literally 0. If you've made it this far in the video, which I doubt anybody has. I can't find that anybody's watching the full content review. But if you have made it this far in the content review, put Josh Groban in is my hero. Oh, no, actually, how about this? In Josh Groban's name we pray in the comments would be beautiful. You could hashtag it if you want to. And a like and a comment and a subscription means a lot. I know I'm not the most regular YouTube person ever. I kind of tend to prioritize streaming. But anyways, here's a YouTube video. And here's a freaking new promo. And let's have some fun this weekend with some FIFA, all right? Pack some people. Please, someone pack one of these cards, all right? Best of luck, guys, and I will catch you beauties for another video, hopefully soon.